don't think there's any question that the Ravens are all in to win the Super Bowl in 2025. The signing of Jaire Alexander cements that. The drafting of Mike Green suggested it strongly. The owner talking in the offseason about now mattering in the way that now matters stated it plainly. The last time Jaire Alexander played an entire season was 2022. I think he missed one game. I could be wrong on that. He was a Pro Bowl corner in that season and in 2020. I'm sure it's well established that he has missed half of his games over the last 4 years. To my eye, in watching him in 2024, the 7 games that he did play, he was fighting through injuries that entire time. That's the way it appears to me. In with at least one play from 2022, a Pro Bowl season for Alexander, 3-by-1. He's outside with the back to his side. This shows off his smarts. Right now, I think he's thinking about that screen to the running back. Notice he does drop back in case there's a quick hit to the outside receiver. But as soon as he sees the tailback removed from the pocket, he's downhill in a hurry, and he's very interested in tackling. Again in 2022, I think he's got really nice vision through the receiver into the backfield, beats this block, gets to a spot, and a big violent hit on the running back. I'd like to highlight a couple things on this play. 2, you get a real good look at his play speed, not necessarily a time speed, but how fast he plays the game, how he takes a great angle in beating Barkley to the sideline. Notice how long his strides are here. And then the big hit at the end. I needed to go back and watch him in 2022 because as I watched him in 2024, it was clear he wasn't interested at all in tackling. There are multiple examples as I watched it. I'm just going to show one. I say this to point out that even though he was on the field for 7 weeks, my sense is he's pushing through injuries to get on the field, and he's playing hurt. Somebody gives up the flat here. I'm going to give Jaire the benefit of the doubt. Looks like the linebackers get sucked in just a little bit or just for a second. And it looks to me like he has deep third coverage. He turns his back here on this receiver. That's not really what I'm pointing out. What I want to illustrate is how poor an attempt at tackling he makes. And again, this is just illustrating that he's not at full health even when he's on the football field last year. In some sense, the Ravens have the luxury of kind of easing him into health should he tweak something. They don't need him to rush onto the field. They do need him to be healthy in December and in January and I guess in February. With that said, we've seen guys come back from a year or two of injuries. Take notice of Ronnie Stanley as an example. As a corner, he has great instincts and really easy reader of route distribution. I think he's very predictive pre-snap in that regard. I also think he does a nice job predicting receiver routes, particularly in off coverage. He's able to kind of see through the route, reading the quarterback. The receiver's running a curl. He reads that all the way. I like his change of direction too off his back foot. Steps in front and picks this thing off. Watch how quickly out of his back pedal, right there, he stops on a dime and cuts that off. He's just as comfortable singled up as he is in zone coverage. He's very physical at the line of scrimmage as a press corner. You can see that here. The receiver isn't out of his stance. Watching the football, right there, you can see the quarterback alerting to this vertical route, but then right away taking his eyes off of it. Again, as our deep thirds player, cover 3. He's an easy mover in space. You see him reading the quarterback. Once the route breaks inside, flips his hips, there's the offhand jam. That's disruptive. Using the sideline, you can see he's got enough straight line speed here to really get in the hip pocket of this wideout. Imagining him at 100% singled up. Believe this is Stephon Diggs he ends up matched with. And again, you can see him reading through the receiver, watching the quarterback. Very under control. Again, very easy mover. Diggs has given him every indication he's running a vertical. Just a very confident corner. This is 2024. Reads the route. Watch him step in front of it. He loses his feet here or else he would have intercepted this football. We'll get a better look at it from this angle. It's really tight coverage on a very good route runner. He's got great feet and great route recognition. Very easy mover, very easy in change of direction. Packers in quarter, half. Receiver runs this little stick out and up. He drives on it initially, but you can see those quick feet, quick change of direction to stay on top of that route. You can also see his awareness in terms of matching these receivers. I think there's a fair amount of educated guessing that goes on with Jaire. I think it usually pays off for him. He's at the bottom of our screen, off the ball, reading into the backfield, watching the quarterback and feeling this route develop beneath him. Quarterback really doesn't give away where he ends up going with the football. As the quarterback begins to raise up his arm, you can see Jaire's already driving on this thing. This is third down. Pokes the football out, gets his team off the field. We'll get a better look at this from the other angle. When I say that he's guessing, I don't mean that he's shooting in the dark. He's got great situational awareness. I think he's got well above average feel in zone coverage for the routes that are around him, and I think he's got well above average abilities at reading the quarterback or reading through the receiver to see the quarterback. In fact, I think that's splendid, actually really excellent, and I love what we see from Jaire here. He's going to match the #1 receiver. Out of his back pedal, begin to drive as the quarterback leaves the pocket. This is what I mean about his awareness. He understands this whole shot behind him. Watch him leave that route and drop back to get underneath of that. I'll reiterate that I do believe he's playing through injury most of the season. In terms of coverage, at least to me, it looks like that showed up last year when he's in a flat foot read down near the end zone specifically with receivers with a two-way go. You can see he gets beat inside here, this double post. There are times when it looks like he pulls up. Again, it's out of a flat foot read down by the goal line. You notice the change of direction is not what we've seen earlier in the video, and the footwork is not crisp or clean here. He's a little bit off balance. And I'm not going to pretend to be a doctor or anything. It looks like he's working through what might be a groin injury to me. Let me know your opinion of this signing. I think it's clear that it's a good signing. It's hard to say anything bad about it. It does come with some risk. However, when you look at the talent this player possesses, you look at the talent that's already in the secondary, it's quite daunting for the opposition. It's difficult for me to speculate how specifically they're going to use Jaire Alexander. I'm curious to see that. Let me know if you have any thoughts along those lines about his usage. I would also ask that if you appreciate the work that goes into these videos, and for that matter, all of the Film Guys videos, that you consider making a donation or a contribution. I'm going to leave a link in the description, as well as perhaps even a pinned comment where you might make a donation, as well as be able to purchase a composition for 99 cents. Thanks very much.